Bexar County commissioners offered their support to increase vote-by-mail options for the upcoming elections. The resolution passed today comes amid concerns about the safety of voters at the polls during a pandemic. We asked for your thoughts on mail-in voting a couple of weeks ago, and the majority of you, 54%, said you support mail-in voting options in every election. My co-anchor Aaron Wright has more on the resolution and what it means for the next election. Aaron?
Deb, today county commissioners took a step towards making July's runoff election more convenient and, in their opinion, safer. Bexar County Judge Nelson Wolf today expressed how upset he is with the state's effort to limit mail-in votes, calling it a partisan move. He says the role of county government is to protect the most vulnerable citizens, and with the coronavirus, it's up to them to do the job. Wolf says many people in Bexar County have underlying health issues that could be impacted by the coronavirus, including high blood pressure and diabetes. Older people are also considered at risk. The average poll worker here in Bexar County is 72. The measure passed today would allow anyone to request a mail-in ballot regardless of their age. The county is hopeful the expanded mail-in option is in place for July's runoff election, but know that it is essential for protecting the public ahead of November's presidential election.
If we ignore this and we stick our head in the sand and we act like a bunch of idiots, November could be one of the worst times we're ever going to face.
In addition to mail-in voting, Election Commissioner Jackie Callanan is hoping to see 10 more poll workers hired by this fall. Deb, back to you.
Thank you.